Most people hear the word barndominium and picture a metal shed with a kitchen in it, maybe some shiplap, a barn door on a sliding rail, concrete floors, a ceiling fan doing its best. What they do not picture is a private elevator. They do not picture a wood-paneled gun room, a dedicated media room, 2 fireplaces, an oversized garage, 30 acres of rolling Texas land, visible from floor to ceiling windows, in a building that somehow manages to be the most sophisticated house in the county, while still looking from the road, like it belongs on a ranch. This is 1747 Cool Jct, Millsap, Texas, $3,175,000, 30 acres, and a building that will make you question everything you thought you knew about what a barndominium can be. Stay with me to the end, because the gunroom alone is worth it. If you are new here, Beyond Real Homes is where we go inside. The homes that break every rule. The real estate market thinks it's established. Subscribe right now and hit the notification bell. Every week, a new property. Every week, something that makes you rethink the definition of home. Let's go inside. Before we step through the doors of this property, let's talk about what a barndominium actually is in 2026, because the definition has shifted dramatically from where it started. The original barndominium concept was simple. Take an agricultural metal building, the kind used for storing equipment, housing livestock, or sheltering hay, and convert it into a livable space. The appeal was obvious. Metal buildings are faster to erect than wood-framed homes. They are more resistant to fire, pests, and weather. In rural areas where agricultural buildings were already permitted, they often bypassed the zoning restrictions that made residential construction expensive and slow. In Texas, where land is abundant, ranch culture is deeply rooted, and the regulatory environment for rural construction is comparatively permissive. The barndominium found its natural home, and it exploded. By 2026, barndominiums have increased in popularity by 35% since 2023. According to industry data, Texas remains the undisputed capital of the form. More barndominiums are built here per year than in any other state by a significant margin. But here is where the story gets interesting. Because the barndominium that the market was building in 2010, functional, affordable, a practical solution to the challenge of rural residential construction, is not the barndominium being built today. At the top of the market, the barndominium has become something else entirely. The steel shell is still there. The metal roof is still there. The agricultural building silhouette, the wide span structure, the open ground floor, still there. But inside, the ceiling on a luxury barndominium in 2026 can reach 20 feet. The kitchen can rival any urban restaurant. The finishes quartz, hardwood, custom cabinetry, integrated smart home systems match or exceed anything being built in the most expensive, conventional custom home market. And the price reflects it. High-end barndominium builds in Texas now regularly exceed $300 per square foot. For the living areas, the most expensive barndominiums currently listed in the state run into the millions. The one we are about to walk through is listed at $3,175,000 on 30 acres near Fort Worth, and it has an elevator. Parker County, Texas, about 40 miles west of Fort Worth. This is rolling Texas terrain, not the flat, scrubby plains of the state's west or the dense piney woods of the east, but the transitional landscape of north-central Texas. Open pasture cut by dry creek beds, stands of post oak and cedar, the sky enormous in every direction, in the way that only the Texas sky achieves. The property sits on 30 acres of this landscape. 30 acres is a number that requires translation for anyone who has lived their life in a city. 30 acres is roughly 23 city blocks. It is a space large enough that you cannot see its boundaries from the center. It is enough land that the nearest neighbor is, in practical terms, not your neighbor at all. From the road, the building presents itself with a studied restraint of good barndominium design. The steel exterior, the defining material of the form, is finished in a dark tone that reads almost black in certain lights and deep charcoal in others. A standing seam metal roof covers the structure. In the characteristic profile of agricultural building, that slight pitch, that long ridge, that silhouette that says working building before it says anything else. This is intentional. This is the Barndominium's fundamental architectural argument that a building can look like it belongs on the land, rather than having been dropped onto it. No Georgian columns, no Spanish tile, no architectural import from another climate, another culture, another landscape entirely. Just steel and a roof, shaped to the sky it sits under. But the scale tells a different story. Because while the exterior reads quietly, it reads at a size that makes the conventional farmhouses, visible from the same road, look modest. This is a large building. Its footprint is substantial, and the windows large, black-framed, positioned across the facade at intervals that let the interior light announce itself, suggests that whatever is happening inside is worth the journey down the gravel approach. The oversized garage, one of the property's listed features, is integrated into the structure rather than appended. In a lesser build, the garage is an afterthought. Here it reads as part of the building's total composition. Its doors scaled appropriately to a structure of this size, its position calculated to serve both the practical needs of a working rural property and the aesthetic coherence of a building that has been designed to be looked at. The 30 acres surrounding the structure are managed land pasture, tree lines, the natural topography of Parker County, preserved rather than landscaped into submission. This is the Barndominium's greatest exterior advantage over its urban and suburban luxury competition. The building does not need to compensate for its surroundings with gardens and walls. The surroundings are the garden. 30 acres of Texas is its own landscape design. Step inside, and the exterior's studied restraint gives way to something that requires a moment to fully register. Because the interior of a luxury barndominium at this price point operates on a scale that residential construction rarely achieves. The steel frame that makes the exterior possible also makes the interior possible in a way that conventional wood framing cannot replicate. No load-bearing interior walls, no columns interrupting the floor plan, no structural constraints dictating where rooms begin and end. The interior of a steel frame barndominium is a single, enormous, entirely open volume that can be divided or not exactly as the owner chooses. Here, it has been divided with deliberate intelligence. The main living area occupies the building's primary volume, open plan, with ceiling heights that reach the structure's full interior dimension well above the 14-foot minimum that makes barndominium ceilings so distinctive and so immediately different from any conventional room you have stood in before. In a room with a 14-foot-plus ceiling, the furniture does not fill the space. The space contains the furniture. This distinction sounds semantic. It does not feel semantic when you are standing in it. The kitchen is where the luxury specification makes its clearest statement. Texas Barndominium data from 2025 shows that interior finishes represent the single largest variable cost in any high-end build. And at this price point, no expense has been spared. Custom cabinetry to the ceiling, countertops in quartz or stone, unbroken slabs, running the full length of a kitchen island, scaled to a room of this volume. Appliances that belong in a professional kitchen, integrated into a design that manages to feel both industrial and warm. The particular aesthetic achievement that the best Barndominium interiors accomplish, and that conventional luxury kitchens rarely manage with the same apparent ease. Two fireplaces serve the interior, one in the primary living area, one in a secondary space, providing both the practical warmth necessary in a Texas winter on 30 open acres, and the particular atmospheric quality that a fireplace gives to any room it occupies. The media room is a dedicated, purpose-built space, not a living room with a large television, but a room designed for the experience of media, controlled acoustics, controlled light, seating arranged for viewing rather than conversation, a screen of sufficient scale that the experience it provides has no analog in any commercial cinema, a 40-minute drive away in Fort Worth. And then there is the gun room. Let's pause here, because the gun room deserves its own moment. In Texas, a dedicated gun room in a high-end property is not an anomaly, it is an expected feature, as standard in the luxury ranch and barndominium market, as a wine cellar is in a Napa Valley estate, or a super yacht dock is on the Palm Jumeirah. But most gun rooms are utilitarian, a secure storage space, a safe room, functional, hidden, finished to the minimum, standard required for a room that exists, primarily to hold things rather than to be experienced. The gun room at 1747 Cool Jct is not that. It is wood panel floor to ceiling, in a material and a finish that references the great library and study traditions of American estate design. Think dark, warm wood. Think the specific atmosphere of a room that has been designed for the ritual of care, maintenance, and display, rather than merely for storage. The panel work transforms what could be a utility room into something closer to a study, a room with a character of its own, a room that announces the owner's relationship to this object and this tradition as a considered aesthetic, intentional thing, rather than merely a practical one. In the context of a luxury barndominium on 30 acres of Texas land, where the surrounding landscape is itself a working environment where deer and other game are visible from the building's windows on any given morning, the gun room is not an eccentric feature. It is the room that explains the property. It is the room that tells you who this house is for and what relationship to this land the owner intends to have. It is, in the specific vocabulary of Texas ranch luxury, the room that makes the house complete. And then there is the elevator, a private residential elevator in a building that is a barndominium in Parker County, Texas. This detail is worth dwelling on, not because elevators are unusual in luxury residential construction, but because of what it signals in this specific context. An elevator means levels. It means a building that extends vertically with enough ambition to require mechanized vertical transport in a structure that derives from a form, the agricultural metal building that is almost always a single-story proposition. Adding a second level is already an architectural statement. Adding an elevator to that second level is a statement about commitment. It says, we are not doing the minimum to make this work as a multi-level space. We are doing the maximum. And it has a practical dimension too. 30 acres is a working property, a property designed for a long life, for owners who intend to stay, who are building for a future self as much as a present one. An elevator is an investment in longevity, in the property's utility across decades, regardless of the mobility needs of whoever calls it home. In the context of a $3.175 million build, it is also simply the correct specification. At this price point, the elevator is not a luxury. It is the appropriate finish. Here is the thing that the rise of the luxury barndominium tells us about where American residential architecture is going. For a century, the premium residential market operated on a set of aesthetic assumptions that were largely inherited from European tradition. Grand entries, symmetrical facades, formal rooms, arranged in a hierarchy that reflected a social order requiring specific spaces for specific interactions. The Barndominium rejects all of that, not aggressively, not theoretically, just practically. It starts from a different question. Not what does a grand house look like, but what does a grand life feel like? And the answer, for a growing number of the people who can afford to ask it, involves space rather than formality, openness rather than hierarchy, a relationship with the land rather than a relationship with the street. The luxury Barndominium on 30 Texas acres is, in its own way, the most honest luxury home being built in America right now. It makes no claims it cannot support. It references no tradition it does not inhabit. It is a steel building on a piece of land, finished to the highest possible standard, designed for a life of specific and genuine pleasure. 30 acres of Texas sky, a wood-paneled gunroom, a private elevator, 2 fireplaces on a cold January night, a media room with a screen that fills your vision, and outside every window, land, just land, as far as you can see. That is what $3,175,000 buys in Parker County, Texas in 2026. It is not a bad deal. 1,747. Cool Jct, Millsap, Texas. $3,175,000. 3,192 square feet. 30 acres. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a private elevator, a media room, a wood-paneled gun room, 2 fireplaces, an oversized garage, and 30 acres of north central Texas that asks nothing of you except that you show up and be present in a landscape that has been here long before the building was and will be here long after. This is what the Barndominium movement looks like when it reaches the top of the market. Rustic exterior, luxury interior, steel frame, elevator, agricultural silhouette, professional kitchen. The contradiction that isn't a contradiction at all. Once you step inside and understand that this is exactly what it was always supposed to be. If this kind of story is what you come here for, if you want to keep going deeper into the homes that break every assumption the market makes about what a house can be, subscribe to Beyond Real Homes right now. Every week, a new property. Every week, a home that changes how you see the world. Drop a comment below. Is the luxury Barndominium the most honest form of American residential architecture right now? Or is it just a very expensive metal shed? I want to hear where you land. See you in the next one.